Alright guys, it is Friday. That means it is Transformers News Day. Not so much news today, more of my review of the latest, or the first, actual full Cyberverse episode. So, a couple days ago, Cartoon Network posted the first couple episodes of the new Cyberverse cartoon. So I thought I would share my thoughts. So just as a brief summary of what happens in the episode, basically, Bumblebee is tooling around in the desert when he comes across Windblade, who exposits how he and Optimus Prime, with a crew of other Autobots, left for Earth aboard the Ark in search of the Allspark. Windblade and Perceptor, in a non-speaking role, were left behind on Cybertron, but Perceptor was able to get the space bridge open and sent Windblade through. We then learn that, yes, Bumblebee has lost his memory, and his voice box is broken, so he can only do kind of like beeps and stuff, or do the whole like radio talk kind of thing. It is then, if you watched the first clip, I believe, that Cartoon Network put out, is the one where Windblade fights the Seeker that is confirmed to be Thundercracker, because she calls him by name, Thundercracker, and it's pretty good. And after defeating him, the Autobots take off to find refuge among some large rocks and cliffs kind of thing, which will look familiar if you saw the second clip. Then Windblade tries to do a cortical psychic patch or something, I believe she calls it. Basically trying to explore Bumblebee's mind and try and unlock his memories. But there's some kind of overload, and both Autobots are knocked out. And as the episode ends, we see that Thundercracker, along with another Seeker, are en route. So, this was a pretty good first episode. Of course, as the first episode of a series, there's a lot of exposition, but I think they told it really well. I like that they included Perceptor, even though he didn't talk, but it was fine because it was a flashback. I guess he doesn't need to talk necessarily in flashback since Windblade is narrating it anyways. It is interesting how Perceptor seemed to be based on his IDW incarnation with the like targeting monocle thing. But obviously he's also very much a scientist as well. But yeah, overall I thought it was a really good episode. There is kind of a funny bit where Windblade hugs Bumblebee, and we'll see this more in the second episode, but I just find it funny. When is the last time you've seen Transformers hug? Like, I can't even think of the last any time where Transformers have hugged. It's kind of sweet. It definitely shows the tone that this series is going for. It's not, super dark and stuff. It's kind of lighthearted, and I'm wondering if, Windblade and Bumblebee, are they an item? I say maybe. But yeah, definitely check out this series, this episode. It's available now on Cartoon Network if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, there's other means, Daily Motion. But if you're in Canada, the series premieres on September 15th. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the first episode of Cyberverse. Look forward to my thoughts on the second episode coming in the future.
You gonna do superhero landing? Wait for it! Woo! Superhero landing!
Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Totally impractical, they all do it.
I wanna go in.
B, we're not going in that hole.
That's what she said!
I'm going to enter your mind using this. A cortical psychic patch. Oops, no, that's not right. Sorry.